Hey friend, let me ask you something that might hit a little too close to home right now. What if a single 3% jump in oil prices today, triggered because Trump's plan to keep the Strait of Hormuz calm and open is quietly falling apart, what if that tiny headline is already starting to steal money from your paycheck without you even feeling the hand in your pocket yet? You're probably thinking, it's just oil, it'll settle. Most people do. But stick with me for the next few minutes, because this isn't about geopolitics or some distant tanker in the Persian Gulf. This is about the exact moment your rent still gets paid, your car note still clears, and yet somehow there's $47 less in your checking account at the end of the month, and then $47 the month after that, and you can't quite put your finger on why. Picture yourself for a second. You're 28, living in a mid-sized American city, say Chicago or Atlanta, or maybe you're in Manchester or Dusseldorf doing the same dance in euros. You landed a decent first real job after college. Take-home pay after taxes, roughly $4,150 a month in the US, or about 2,750 euros in Europe. Not broke, not rich, just middle. The kind of middle where you're supposed to be making it. Your one-bedroom apartment or small flat eats $1,550 to $1,800, or $850 to €1,100 euros. That's non-negotiable unless you want roommates again. Then the car payment, because public transit where you live is either unreliable or you need it for the job. $320 a month plus insurance. Student loans, another $280 to $350 quietly auto-deducting. Credit card balance you swear you'll pay off next month, minimum payment $120. Groceries, phone, streaming, the occasional dinner out with friends so you don't feel like a hermit, another $650 to $750. Add it up in your head the way you actually do on a tired Sunday evening. Suddenly, the leftover money you were going to put towards savings or that emergency fund is $380. Some months, $220. And that's before anything unexpected happens. Now here's the part nobody says out loud. This morning, oil jumped 3%, not because of some random tweet, because the signals coming out of the Strait of Hormuz are getting louder. Trump's strategy, the one that was supposed to keep Iranian interference in check and keep those tankers moving freely, is hitting resistance. Markets don't wait for press conferences. They price in risk immediately. And that risk is now sitting in the price of every barrel. Let's make it real with numbers you can feel. You drive 240 miles a week commuting and running errands. Average car gets 27 miles per gallon. That's about 9 gallons a week. Yesterday, regular unleaded was $3.49 in your city. Today, the wholesale spike is already pushing pump prices to $3.62 to $3.68, 10 to 19 cents more per gallon. Doesn't sound like much until you multiply. 9 gallons times 15 cents extra equals $1.35 extra this week. 4 weeks in a month is $5.40. But that's only the gas you see. The groceries you buy, the truck that delivered them burned more diesel. The bread, the milk, the chicken, every item on the shelf just got a microscopic freight surcharge. Add another $10 to $14 to your $420 grocery run. Heating or cooling your apartment? Natural gas and electricity are both tied to oil in the energy mix. Another $7 to $12 on the utility bill. Even the Uber you took last Friday night when your car was in the shop? The driver's fuel cost just went up too. Total invisible hit this month from a 3% oil move that sticks around, $38 to $52. Not dramatic, not headline-worthy, just gone. And here's the uncomfortable truth most of us refuse to admit. We built our entire lifestyle on the assumption that energy prices would stay normal. We signed the lease, financed the car, committed to the job that's 35 minutes away, all while quietly betting that the world's oil supply would behave. That bet just got more expensive. Why do we keep making it? It's not stupidity. It's psychology doing what it always does. Your brain is wired to focus on the bills you can see, the rent reminder in your email, the car payment that auto-drafts on the 3rd. The brain hates vague, far-away threats like tensions in the Strait of Hormuz. so it files them under probably temporary and moves on. We tell ourselves, prices always come back down, or I'll just cut back on takeout next month. Meanwhile, the slow bleed continues. I've watched this exact pattern play out with friends. One guy in Ohio, same salary bracket as you, swore the 2022 spike was a one-off. He kept the same driving habits, same spending rhythm. 2 years later, he looked at his savings account and realized the temporary higher fuel costs had quietly cost him $1,840 he never got back. That money didn't go to vacations or debt payoff. It just evaporated into higher prices that never fully reversed. Now, scale that forward. If this Hormuz uncertainty drags on for even 6 months, and history says these things rarely resolve cleanly, you're looking at $250 to $350 quietly siphoned from your annual budget. Over 5 years, easily $1,800 to $2,500. That's not pocket change. That's the difference between having a real emergency fund and still living one surprise away from the credit card. The system itself is built this way. Our economies, both here in the US and across Europe, run on cheap, predictable energy. Wages adjust slowly, contracts and leases are fixed for 12 to 24 months. So when oil decides to move, the middle gets squeezed first and hardest. The wealthy hedge with commodities or bigger buffers. The very bottom gets subsidies. You and I, we absorb it in smaller, harder-to-notice ways until one day we wonder why we never seem to get ahead no matter how many hours we work. But here's where the story actually shifts, if you want it to. The people who stay calm and actually protect their wallet don't react with panic or drastic cuts. They simply change how they think about the money that's already leaving their account. They treat variable costs like fuel, groceries, and utilities as living, breathing numbers, not fixed background noise. Every quarter, they glance at the total and quietly adjust one thing. Maybe switch to a cheaper insurance plan that still covers them. Maybe drop the gym they don't use and walk more. Maybe carpool 2 days a week with a coworker who lives nearby. Tiny moves, no drama. They keep a separate price shock buffer, $1,500 to $2,000, sitting in a high-yield savings account that they never touch for once. Not because they're paranoid, but because they've seen this movie before. They know another 3% jump can happen next year for a completely different reason. Red Sea, Ukraine, OPEC, whatever. And they refuse to let it force them into credit card debt. Most importantly, they stop pretending the world is stable. They expect friction. They expect energy prices to surprise them every couple of years. That expectation alone changes how they sign new leases, how they choose cars, even how they negotiate salary bumps. They build the margin in first instead of hoping it appears later. None of this is sexy. None of it will make you rich overnight. It just means the next time oil jumps, whether it's 3% or 8%, you feel it less. You sleep better. And you keep moving forward instead of sliding backward. So when you see the next headline about Trump, Hormuz, cankers, or oil, don't scroll past feeling powerless. Just notice it. Run the quick mental math on what it's already costing you this month. Make one small, quiet adjustment. That's it. You don't need to become an energy trader. You just need to stop treating your wallet like it's disconnected from the world. If this kind of calm, no BS look at how money actually works in real life is helpful to you, I'd really appreciate you hitting subscribe. It lets me keep making these longer, deeper conversations instead of the usual noise. No pressure, just grateful you're here. Take care of yourself out there. I'll see you in the next one.